unique York.
Ah, man, I wanted you to continue doing them. Always go snacks by telling people they're sorry you're being recorded.
Oh man, another week, another legality missed. Thank you very much.
Boom. Welcome back, guys. It's Talkmen Tuesday. On another Tuesday, Sawyer and Angel Corrado, back at it again. Just two guys talking about pop culture, which we really don't know anything about pop culture. So it's really funny. We have no idea what we're talking about. So hopefully you enjoy. I get a kick out of this. Okay, Sawyer, what were you doing before we started recording?
As any good podcaster does, I was just warming up my vocals
Oh,
by doing a couple of things. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Papa picked a pot of peas. Unique New York. Unique New York. I got that last one from Anchorman, but the first couple are from like a singing class that I did in grade school.
oh,
Oh yeah.
look at that. Grade school coming in clutch.
Hmm.
Mama Mia, Papa Pia. That's not
Mama
it.
made me mash my M&Ms, and Papa picked a pot of peas. Mama mia, Papa Pia.
Clearly, we did not take the same grade school class. It reminds me. I went into. I don't think I wasn't singing. I wasn't. I had the clarinet. I had the instrument of the clarinet, and
Yeah.
that lasted about probably not even a year. Probably 6 to 8 months. But thank you to my mom that allowed me to buy that clarinet because a lot of people just went into choir because well, it was free one, and two, you didn't have to go out of your way to pick an instrument and then buy it yourself. Which my mom was very nice about it. But yeah, that lasted 6 to 8 months. And I was like, okay, I'm done with the clarinet. How about we go singing?
I played the trombone in grade school when we got, I think it was like fourth or fifth grade was when you could practice, like you could try out to play an instrument, and I wanted to play the drums
Mhm.
so bad. And in my tryout for the drums, I kept hitting the side of the drum, and I couldn't actually like tilt up my elbows to hit the top of the drum. And so
uh,
I didn't choose that, and I was told I could either play the flute or the trombone, and I chose the trombone. And I think the rest is history. The people call me the trombonist of the generation. I don't know. It's what they tell me, so I just went with it. Are you gonna about to make fun of me for my drumming
no.
abilities?
It's not making fun of you. It's like I'm seeing how it
Mhm.
would work. I'm like, I guess you do have to like lift. I never thought about lifting your elbows to play
Neither
the.
did I, Angel. Neither did I.
Yeah, that's why they're always like elbows high. And then you're like, oh, it is a workout because like I feel like my shoulders. Yeah. And then you're just like, oh, this is a workout. Okay, that makes
We are
sense.
currently getting ASMR from Angel tapping pens on a table being a drummer.
That would make so much sense because I would see them being like elbows high. I'm like, why do they need to do that? Why can't they just be like, oh wow, we can't really do that? I try to
Angel is
put my
figuring
foot
out
down.
what I figured out when my dreams are ruined. It's
Because wait, what made you want to become a drummer?
who grows up thinking, "Hey, I want to play the trombone when I'm older"? Nobody. I don't think there's a single person that ever did that. And I was like, "A drummer's cool. I can bang on the drums." And then no, life had another plan for me.
Elbows were not reaching up
No,
high.
nope. It kept saying like bum cha cha bum cha, and I was just like, nope, this is not happening.
Oh, well, maybe we practice some more.
You know what? I think I gave up on that dream, Angel. I'm a podcast co-host now. Okay, you know, I'm okay with my life.
Okay, that works. But what if? Never mind. I was like, you could just go down the corner and like play tr- uh some sort of
On the
box.
streets of Chicago, you want me to
Yeah.
go outside and be a panhandler as a drummer? I feel like I would get booed. And I don't think in the history of that people have been booed before. They just walk by. They would make a note to stop, tell me I suck.
We can let the market decide how good you are by the amount
True.
of money you get.
All right, guys. That has been this episode of Talkman Tuesday. I'm about to go to hit the streets. See ya.
Hey, Justin Bieber did that in his early beginnings, and guess what happened to him?
What?
He actually got a plaque of like where he used to play when he was a kid,
Oh,
like
really?
outside a restaurant, and he was like, "This is where Justin Bieber used to play." And
That's pretty cool.
I saw that in one of his commercials of his documentary on YouTube. Or like,
Up in Canada?
yep.
Yeah.
Apparently lived in an apartment. I don't know what one bedroom, humble beginnings. He would play a lot outside a restaurant, and when he went to visit, nobody was there playing because there's usually somebody there playing, but this time there was nobody there playing, so they got to see the plaque.
Hmm.
I was like, Justin Bieber was there, and he's like our age. He's like 26, 27.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I was always jealous because all the girls wanted to date him. And I was like, but guys, you could have Sawyer. That never happened.
He's 25.
He is?
Whoa.
So he's
Yeah.
my age. Look at that.
Oh.
Me and Beeps just hanging out.
She's 94.
He's got a couple more tattoos than me, but I could get there.
Ooh. So let's talk about you being jealous of Justin Bieber. Did anybody call you fake Justin Bieber?
No,
Or
but I
a
had. No, I wasn't. But I
You
had
were a
like
believer?
this. No, I was not a believer.
I
Like
was a believer.
at that age, I was just jealous of him, and so I can say comfortably now, like I liked his music, but I was just jealous, and so I would never admit that I liked his music. But now, like, love his music. I think he has like awesome songs. But I had like the skater haircut a little bit and everything like that. Me and Justin, we would have been best friends, but life had another story.
He had to go on tour.
And live in Hollywood, and I had to live in Chicago or suburbs of.
Sell out stadiums. I'm not sure about stadiums, but probably stadiums. World tours.
And I sold out middle school basketball arenas with
Wait,
parents.
were you in the basketball team in high school?
Not in high school. Nah,
Ah,
grade school though.
okay.
High school, I just played volleyball, ran cross country. I played football for, I think, technically 2 years.
Okay. What made you
Oh, yeah.
stop football?
I was too small, and I
Oh.
wanted to focus on volleyball too. And
Ah,
they put me so freshman year, I was a starting linebacker for football. Then sophomore year, I was like, I don't want to be a linebacker anymore. And so they moved me over to defensive end, which is usually like the quick little guy, except
upper-
they wouldn't let me start. And so I was just basically a practice dummy for the actual lineman, which was not fun. Do not recommend that. If you are listening to this podcast and you're in that position currently, stop. Unless you like it, then keep going. But
Often I know those positions and what they mean.
oh yeah, I mean the linemen are just the massive guys that just bully the other massive guys, and so when you have a little guy like me going up against a big guy, it never really ended well for me.
So, are you in the offense or defense?
I was on defense, so
Okay.
both of those spots are on defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I completely don't know anything about football.
Well, so we were the halfback and the tailback going over to the quarterback, being like, "Hey, no, I'm kidding."
I know the
Kidding.
quarterback. He's the one that makes the plays, right?
Boom.
That's all I know. I remember playing in college, like I forgot what an NFL game, video game, and I would always want to like go for like the Hail Mary, the
That
long
was always the
pass.
fun thing. You just got to chuck it deep.
And this other guy who I was playing against, he actually knew about football and would just be like 5 to 10 yards, 5 to 10 yards, 5 to 15, and like be like scoring on me. He's like, dude, like Hail Marys are just like they usually don't work. That's what they call Hail Marys. You have to go like short passes, short quick plays, and keep going forward. I'm like, what?
Don't tell me what to do with my offense.
What about all these highlights? I'm like, all the highlights are the Hail Marys and long passes. I'm going for that.
Yeah.
Lost
Because they're so
game.
rare they actually work.
Yeah.
We've got a buddy, Andrew McGowan, who is in our fraternity, and he is like a big Madden video game guy.
Mhm.
And whenever he would play any of us in the fraternity, like random little games, he would just destroy us all, like 73-7. Like even if you scored once, like you consider that a win against him. And so he was one of those guys that would know every single defense he needed to run in order to beat whatever offense you had, like without even knowing your play. Like he's just good at the game.
Uh-huh.
And then
Like
I
he
was
would
like
know.
Angel, like Hail Mary, come on, one of these have to work.
Like he would know what this is like. Seeing how the players were positioned, he knew what play was coming.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I didn't realize that how much skill it takes to like read a football play, read players, and then like all that, and then like study film. I
Oh
thought that
yeah.
was the dumbest thing ever. Like, why would you watch somebody play like they already played? Like, oh, to see the tendencies and
Yep.
see how they formations and like, oh, I remember a player said he studied so much film that he knew if a player did like two skips, they were like, I forgot what it was, but like they were running the play, and
Mm.
that's why he was happy about it because he was probably gonna get the ball. But if he didn't do those two skips after like the huddle, they were passing. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I think it's cool too how like defenses can read the quarterback's eyes. Like you were worried about so many things and you can just look at the quarterback's eyes to figure out where he's gonna throw the ball. Like, are you kidding me? Like you gotta be like head on a pivot just constantly.
Yeah. I like somebody else said it also. There's like a big disconnect between fans um, thinking they could actually play like the athlete's position at any time, especially sporting events,
Hmm.
and like the reality of it is like the reality of it is like they're very skilled like
Yeah.
players. They put in a
Yeah.
lot of work. Like there is no comparison to the average person of like an athlete. And you're like, if I was me, I could have kicked that, or like I would have
Yeah.
ran this way or that way. And you're like, probably not.
Yeah. Well, the Chicago Bears 2 seasons ago had a kicker named Cody Parkey, and he was infamous for kicking the ball and hitting the field goal post.
Hmm.
And the Bears were down, or they needed a field goal to win the game. If they missed the field goal, they would lose.
Uh-huh.
And the kicker missed the field goal, and it was like a 35-yard field goal, which is like everybody's like, "Oh, you should make every single 35-yarder." And so
Uh-huh.
then there's a local brewery in Chicago, Goose Island, and what they did is they put up a field goal post from 35 yards, put the ball there, and they had it open to the fans and said, if you can kick a 35-yard field goal and make it, we'll give you a year's supply of beer for free. Nobody made the field goal. And so it's like, yeah, you can trash that guy all you want, but he is a better athlete than any of you.
Yeah.
So it's like, true, true.
I feel like in that position, only the players like on an actual football team can actually bash the kicker.
Oh
Because
yeah,
then like,
yeah.
like a level disconnect between like the kicker and everybody else. But the kicker with the regular fans, the kicker is definitely a better athlete.
What I feel like everybody thinks like a kicker, like, oh, you're not an athlete, you could just kick a ball. But it's like, but you can't kick a ball, which is why you're not a kicker. So it's still better athlete than you.
Yeah.
And then there's Sawyer, the best athlete in the world. I can do anything.
You're a really good volleyball player.
The key word there is volleyball. Anything outside of that.
You were known for being the volleyball player of our fraternity.
A
You're
lot
like
of
the go.
competition.
It was not like a competition, but
It was competition nonetheless, and I
yeah.
won.
I like how you can get out of anything. You didn't have to say anything. People just assumed you were at volleyball practice because you were that good at volleyball practice. There would be
Yeah.
like mandatory meetings that Sawyer had to be in, and he wasn't there. But guess what? His brothers did. Oh, he's at volleyball practice.
Or we had a volleyball tournament the other weekend. I was like, no, I didn't, but thanks. Like I just didn't show up because I forgot about it or I slept in or something.
I don't know. Every time I asked about you, you were either at volleyball practice or with your girlfriend, and then that was about it. So Sawyer was a volleyball player.
To those listening, not my current fiance. That was an ex. So please don't leave comments saying, "Hey, what? I can't wait to see your girlfriend." Not her.
Yeah, that was yeah. It was early college. He has a fiance now. Her name is Candace. Very lovely. Hi, Candace, if you're listening
Well,
to
you
this.
better say that, or I'll come across this screen. I'll drive down, drive down to Champaign.
They're like 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna end up doing like a live show at some point, like,
Ooh, that'd be
or
sweet.
because I mean we're gonna be meeting up
Uh-huh.
multiple times here in the future. I guess at least twice, maybe 3 times. Well,
Right.
we'll do like a live podcast.
We probably even do it on our phones, honestly.
Yeah.
Or because that's the. Oh, we'll think of something. Or like, ooh, you know what? I also had. I had. I was doing voiceovers with my camera mic at one time.
Oh, okay. When you're doing the vertical stuff. Oh, he took his headphones off.
So for
When
my
you were doing
voiceovers.
the vertical.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I would do voiceovers with this one, and I'm like, I had a mic this whole time. I could have been using this instead of like buying the Yeti mic. But then I'm like, nah, it would have been the same.
You would have had to disconnect it and reconnect it a lot. I feel like it's just.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot.
So we might be able to use like this mic or something.
Yeah. So yeah, stay tuned, everybody. You got a treat coming your way in 2020. We're not locking down any dates just yet. We're just gonna say in 2020.
That'll be interesting. We have like the whole group going. Everybody. I don't know.
We wouldn't have everybody there. We'd like go into like a room or something. Hey guys, please back off. We're doing a podcast. By the way, don't forget to subscribe and like.
I can see them coming in like every once in a while and be like, we can ask them questions or things like that.
Yeah, this is how we have like a 12 guest podcast.
Yes. And then once they get bored, they like start leaving the room or we stop asking them questions. Like, okay, you can go now.
Yeah, just take the hint. Leave. You're boring us.
You gotta be interesting, funny, especially funny. Any embarrassing stories, go. And this will be their time to shine. And
Tell your embarrassing story.
And they'll talk about the time they pooped their pants.
Nope, that was just you, Angel. That was just you.
Does everybody do that? No, just me. Okay. Oh boy, now.
Speaking of pooping your pants, we have the book club we can talk about.
Oh yeah.
What a great segue.
Let's move on to that.
You want to go first or second this time?
What time? Well, you went.
I think I went first, then I went second. So I'll go. I can go first again this
Boom.
time. So, part 3. So, just as a refresher, I started reading So You Want to Start a Podcast, Finding Your Voice, Telling Your Story, and Building a Community That Will Listen. That's you guys. Thanks for listening. And so this, I guess, as a little refresher, the first 2 sections, let me turn the page, was dream it. So figuring out what you want to do, write it, which we didn't really do, and then host it, which we are currently doing. And so host it was broken down into 5 sections. Think about diversity, host like a pro, consider getting a co-host, master the art of co-hosting, and then deal with the co-host conflict. And so me and Angel, we seem like we have a good time, but we have so many fights. And so that last chapter really did a lot for me, because how do I deal with this guy that I have a lot of conflict with? But
so
no,
much
it was
conflict.
actually it was.
Guys, we're gonna take a break from this podcast. Give us a 1 minute. We'll settle this. Sorry, I told you to do it after the podcast. Oh wait, we're still on.
This is awkward.
Keep going.
But it says I thought like there's a one section on it. Like I don't really feel like the need to like break down specific things necessarily for it. It was
He didn't read the book.
Oh, I definitely read the book. You can back off. But like the one part that that I thought was interesting when it talked about hosting like a pro. It basically said, like, yes, everybody has podcasts that they listen to, like if you're listening to this, or just in general, if you listen to podcasts. And then the thing that people try to do is they try to sound like their like favorite podcast or podcasters. And then they said the thing is, like, you need to sound like you, because as long as you're confident, that's what a professional podcast host sounds like. If you start trying to sound like the other person, then you're just not being true to yourself, and you're just not sounding human. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And then they said too, in order to warm up, you should do 5 jumping jacks before recording. Let me tell
Really?
you, I will never do 5 jumping jacks before recording. That's just not gonna happen. I don't know why they felt the need to tell me to do that. Maybe this was just my way of, or my sister's way of telling me I needed to work out a little bit more with just 5 jumping jacks. But yeah, this was just, I mean, it was a lot because of the last couple things were consider getting a co-host, which we already are. We're co-hosts, and then deciding like who your co-host is, which I think we kind of locked that down at this point. And then the whole conflict, dealing with conflict with your co-host, which, like I told you, we've been dealing with since day one. I hate this. No, I'm kidding. But like, we don't have to
We'll
worry
talk
about
about it
that
after the
stuff.
podcast.
Dang it, Angel! I want to talk about it now.
Not now. This is being recorded.
But that was my section. Next section is casting it. So it's all going to be about, you know what? That's going to be a little cliffhanger. You'll have to find out what casting it's going to be about next week. But Angel, what did you learn about in Mamba Mentality?
Boom. A little refresher, guys. I'm reading The Mama Mentality, How I Play by the wonderful Kobe Bryant. Okay, last week we went over how he had mentors and how he asked a lot of questions. And he actually like did the things that they helped him mentor. And so this time the big subject or like topic is pain.
Oh, pain.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
pain. As in playing through the pain. Which Kobe was really good at playing through the pain.
Pain as in playing
So
through
playing
it.
through the pain. But what's it called? One of the things was when he hurt his finger on I forgot what was it, but he hurt his is it index finger? This finger right here.
Yep, index
Oh,
finger.
index
Or your
finger.
pointer finger.
Pointer finger. Watch you.
Also known as the index. The other finger is called the ring finger. So yeah.
Yes. After he injured his right index finger, in 2009-2010 season, he had to change his shoot form. So could you imagine being that into like your basketball game that he would actually his shooting form he would use those his index finger to shoot, but since hurting it he had to change it because he couldn't. I guess he had to figure a way to like lessen the pain, so he started using his like middle finger.
Huh. That'd be weird to have to, like, you got to the pros with your shooting form and now you have to switch up your shooting form.
Yep. And then I like another thing that I said when people asked him if the change impacted his shot, if it made him better or worse shooter, he was like, I can't answer that. All I can say, there were times that his index finger felt numb. So I'm guessing he did end up using his index finger at times, and it went numb. But then his other shooting form was still good enough to win him another championship. And that's the only thing that matters.
Casual.
Oh, and it had a specific part when he tore his Achilles and he had to shoot the free throw when he was against the Warriors. That's like memorable forever. When he tore his Achilles, he knew about it, but since I don't know if it was a foul on him or something, that he was the one that had to shoot those free throws, or else the game wouldn't continue or something. So he went in to shoot those free throws with a torn Achilles, and he got him in, and he got the hell out of there.
Yeah, you would hope.
He even said,
Jeez.
his Achilles injury was his personal Mount Everest. So
Yeah. Could you imagine that? Having a torn Achilles and then having to still walk out on the basketball court to shoot 2 free throws, or else your team wouldn't get the free throws. Jeez.
he also made it a point that his torn Achilles wasn't gonna, like, his injury wasn't gonna dictate his retirement. So he wanted to make sure like he continued to play
Yeah.
after his torn Achilles rather than like I'm injured, I'm out, I'm retiring. He was
Yeah.
like, that's not gonna be. I'm gonna find a way to figure this out. And then somehow he took the design of his Nike shoes very seriously. Ooh, kind of a little um to connect with your book. When this is Kobe Bryant's approach to the media and to like the public, basically, keep it real. When he was young, he would always think about image, image. But as he became more experienced, he realized no matter what people are doing, are going like no matter what people are going to like you or not like you. So be authentic and let them like you or not for who you actually are.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Be yourself.
And then after that he just started having all his answers like blunt and straightforward. He would mix in humor and sarcasm, so that helped out. But he'd just be like straightforward and be his authentic self. Okay, and then I'm gonna leave you guys with like a cliffhanger.
Oh, 2 cliffhangers, 1 episode. Here we go.
So, oh no, I forgot about this part. His leadership style. Kobe is very well known for his leadership style. He was not the warm and cuddly type. He was the warrior type, the Mamba mentality. He wanted to get the best out of you, and it wasn't always the nicest way to do that. So he was very harsh, but he did say his intentions was to get the best out of you in a harsh way. But he would try, he basically try to find his the players' weaknesses or self doubts and like use them to like get the best out of them. Kind of like
Huh.
know their pressure points, push them, but like to like make them better type of thing.
Yeah.
But I could also see how some teammates didn't like getting like pressed on those pressure points because I'm guessing if he's trying to get the best out of you, sometimes it's not might be very pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a reason why he's pushing them, and then you don't want to be, have them pushed.
But like there's like one video of him during practice, and he's just like, "You guys aren't shit. Like, you guys gotta get better. Like, there's a reason we've lost 7 straight games. Like, guys, I'm not getting better by playing with you guys. Like, we need to get better."
Yeah.
And some of like his old teammates was like, "Let them play like full practice." That wasn't even nothing. But Kobe hopefully had good intention, and he wanted to get the best out of you. It's like the whole LeBron leadership versus Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe's like very direct, push you pressure. Kobe's like, "Come on, guys, let's do this together." I mean, LeBron's more like, "Come on, guys, let's do this together." And the cliffhanger is the book will go into the actual Mamba mentality. And at first, it was that's the cliffhanger.
What was it?
You'll find out next week on another episode of Talkmen Tuesday. I like that because it's like they're in the middle of the book on the Mamba mentality, and that's what Kobe Bryant's very well known for.
Yeah. How much longer do you have in your book?
I think I'm like halfway there. It's a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the book's 194. Yep, 93. Yep. It's
So
about 200 pages, and I'm like halfway.
And this will all kind of end out well. So I went through. So this week was part 3, and there are 7 total parts, and so I'm a little under halfway.
Ooh.
Look at that. We're gonna pretend like we planned this all at the beginning.
Of course we did. We did what the book said. We wrote it down.
Yeah, we scripted this. It might not seem like this whole thing is scripted, but it is.
We put a lot of editing touches into our podcast.
Uh-huh. Look at this segue. Oh, look at that music. Wow.
Oh,
his eyes brightened up.
I forgot to add and roll the intro.
Yeah.
Next time. Hopefully I meet a up and coming producer or musician who would be like want to do us a free intro, and hopefully our podcast is big enough for his tasting that he'd be willing to do a free intro.
We could just go to Fiverr and get
That
somebody to
too.
make us a podcast intro on Fiverr for $5.
That too. That should be pretty good. Or it might not even have to be Fiverr. There's like other websites where like
Craigslist. I'm kidding.
that's
Kids, don't go to Craigslist. Please don't go to Craigslist.
like I like another approach of like where you put the job up and like people submit it, and then the winner gets the money. Like the winner that we chose gets the money. Because like on Fiverr, you'll just have one person to do it. But if you don't like it, you're like, we'll pay you this time, but like we're not gonna do anything else. But like with the other part, it's like, oh, we like this, we'll go with that. You get
Is that a thing?
I know it's a thing for graphic design. I'm not sure if it is for music. Because there's like a website for logos. They do that for logos. So if somebody's asking for a specific logo, tells them what kind of things they want, and so a bunch of graphic design people do their part, submit it, and either the person who made the job selects it or the popular one gets it. I think you could choose one of the two.
You know, that would be a cool idea for like our online places like Spotify and stuff like that, where we have to put the album. Like to have somebody like draw us or like graphic design us. That'd be kind of cool thing.
Yeah. So we might look into that in the future.
Hey, I could check into that.
Oh.
I mean, we got all that podcast money. What up?
Oh yeah. Guys, it is February 24th, 2020. And let me tell you about our should we let them know about our podcast earnings?
Oh, I mean, I don't know if we want to brag or anything just yet.
I think it'd be cool if for like context later on down the road. Maybe like in 10 years. We'll be like, oh, we'll see how it goes. Let's see.
And so just keep this in mind, everybody. We're not bragging. We're just saying if you put your heart into things, this is what you could be.
Okay. This is technically just on, well, it had to be just YouTube because on the actual podcast platform, it's still not monetized, but we're getting there. Okay. February 14th, I said I posted the latest one. But get this, guys. Get this. Oh, man.
That's a happy evil laugh.
Okay, sorry. Guess how much? Guess.
4 cents.
Oh, you're very optimistic, Sawyer.
Oh, it hurts.
No, take that. What you had
Divided by 4. 1
Yes!
cent.
That's so right.
So, well, we can pay this graphic designer now a total of like 3 cents. I would do it.
Something like that. So yeah, my views on my YouTube channel were going low. So you know what I did? Went back to how to eat dancing videos.
Oh yeah.
Those always get the most traction because people are actually searching for them. People actually want to know.
Cannibal.
Yeah.
That's going on. Eat you up. Da, 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 da.
That's
my heart goes thump thump.
Hopefully we don't get copyrighted for that. Sorry, Ketchup.
Yeah. If you get copyrighted on that, like, or if we get copyrighted on that, then I'm just gonna start my singing career. Podcasting is going down the drain. I'm going solo, baby.
And then the sneeze dance is going viral on TikTok. And it's like a dance from like 2009.
The sneeze dance?
Sneeze.
Oh,
bad.
Sneeze.
It's like sneeze, but with an M instead of an N. It's a sneeze. And it's like jumping up on one foot and like leaning, and then doing it on the other one. check out my latest YouTube channel.
Yeah, Angel Grotto too.
I'm very stiff on it, actually. I had like 20, 30 minutes trying it. That's the best I got for that moment. And I was sweating. I was sweating. I don't know why I decided to put on boots too, but I had cowboy boots at the same time. And
What?
whew,
Wearing cowboy boots to do the smeeze dance. Is it a country thing or
no, it's not even a country thing.
why are
I
you
want,
wearing cowboy boots?
I wanted to make some videos for the store and for like the TikTok.
Mhm.
Um, and I had those cowboy boots to try them on, so I did that. And so since I already had them on. They're very hard to take off. So I was like, I'll just do the speeds with cowboy boots. They look good. And I hadn't worn them since high school. Because it wasn't in high school until I had like cowboy boots. And yeah, there's like a
And you thought the good time to bring him out would be with the smeeze dance.
yep,
You know?
worked out very well. There's like I want to say like Spanish type of country. Basically, yeah, they're like cowboy style. So that's why I wore them for like parties in high school, like
Hmm.
quinceañeras and whatnot. So, and then their cowboy boots are very nice to dance with. It's like they have a very nice bottom, or like they slide very easily, and that's what you need to dance. Just slide back and forth.
I don't dance, so I wouldn't really know. I try to dance, doesn't really turn out too well, so I stop.
I don't dance. I just two step, side to side, two step. I don't know why, but every time we do a podcast, it's because
Do you
we do
order
that-
food? Do you have food that you ordered?
no,
Oh.
no. I eat it before this podcast.
Oh.
But I'm thirsty during the whole freaking podcast. And I'm like drinking water. I already had water. I had a freaking protein shake too. And I already had like 2 water bottles. Sorry, turtles.
Sorry, turtles. As long as you don't have straws with them, you're good.
There's a funny TikTok about the music audio was like they're never gonna catch me. I keep doing this, and it's like this teenager having a hydro flask because hydro flasks supposed to like save plastic because
Yeah.
you use a reusable bottle, but she's just using like plastic water bottles and put it into her hydro flask. Nobody's gonna get this, but I keep doing it.
It's like that's not the point of it. Fill it up at a water fountain. Come on. But yeah, talking about like randomly getting thirsty. Right before we started, I drank a 32-ounce thing of water too, and so we're gonna be having to go pee soon.
Yeah, that's another thing. Oh wait, if the goal for tomorrow? No, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, earlier today the goal was to wake up at 5:30 or
Oh.
workout at 5:30. So that means you have to wake up probably like around 4:45 ish. Have like 15, 20 minutes to get ready, be somewhere at 5:30. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, no. Cause you know how I want to interview different businesses and like do like the whole, be like the social media mayor of this town.
Hmm.
So hopefully that helps me with that time. But the more I think about it, the more I realize I'm not gonna be able to wake up at 5:30 at this point.
It's like waking up that early. Like the hardest part for me, if I ever try to do something like that, is actually getting up. Like my alarm will the night before I'm like, oh, this is a great idea. I'm all set for it. But then actually getting up and forcing myself out of bed, it just doesn't happen. But if you make it through and you get up and you work out, you feel so good the rest of the day because it's just a big thing that you check off your list. So if you can stick with it, props to you.
Mhm.
Like props to you.
I told my CrossFit friends, if you see me tomorrow in the afternoon, you know I messed up. Which that's probably gonna be the case.
Don't say that. Now you're just setting yourself up poorly. Now you're saying that you're gonna fail on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going down. I think I already made my mind that I want to sleep in.
Why don't you do something like that for Lent?
Ooh, Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Instead of giving up something, say you're gonna do something, and like, even if it's like 3 out of the 5 days of the week, like you can say you'll get up early and work out.
I might do 3 out of 5. That'd be kind of good. Cause then also I thought about it, and then I'm like, but then I won't work out with like the people I really like to work out. But then I don't know the morning people anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But there's only one way to get to know the morning people is to go in the morning, but then you still save those 2 other days to actually go or to have rest days or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. That'd probably be a good idea to do like the morning and the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you still talk to
smart guy over here, co-host,
boom, using your noggin.
Not just a hat rack.
I just bumped the microphone with my head. Noggin.
Dude.
Dude.
Name that reference. That's the question of the day. Name that reference. Do you know? This isn't like the podcast. Oh, wait, like, do you know what the reference is? Yeah, you do. You do.
Dude.
Come
I
on.
don't know.
Come on.
I don't know why, but Ice Age comes to mind.
No, it's Finding Nemo. It's Crush, and he's saying it to Squirt, and he goes, it's like the high tide's coming in, man. And he goes, hey, Squirt, noggin. Dude.
Yeah. I don't know why Ice Age came to mind.
What's the sloth on Ice Age? Sid the sloth.
Huh. Does he not do a noggin?
No.
Are you 100% positive?
I'm 100% positive. Lock it in.
Man.
Final answer.
We'll have listeners wait. I'm gonna do some research. It's probably gonna come up no, but we'll see.
Oh, we have a topic that we meant to talk about last show that we forgot about. So there is an airplane situation that went viral, and this is going to be the question of the day. What person are you? I guess not what person are you? How would you handle the situation? I guess is really the right way of phrasing this. You want to explain the situation?
Okay, the situation was, hopefully you've seen it by now. There's an airplane. Somebody's in the ultimate last seat. So the last seat you can't recline, and the person in front of them decides to recline. Okay, the person in the very last seat is a guy. The woman is in front of him, starts reclining. So he asks the woman to not recline while he's eating. So that's what she does. She doesn't recline while he's eating, but that's like 5-10 minutes later after he's done eating, she starts reclining back again. And that's when the guy on the last seat starts somewhat punching the seat. So she starts she doesn't recline. And what does she decide to do? She decides to start recording the whole situation, and that whole scene went viral. So that's the whole thing that we got on video that went viral. She did add on that she tried to get the flight attendant to help out with the situation, and the flight attendant actually took his side and kind of gave her like mean looks, or was just like and according to her, offered the guy free drinks, for whatever reason. But that situation, what side would you take, sir?
Yeah, so for me, like, it's like, do you want to be the guy who is being annoying in the situation? Or do you want to be the girl who knows you're annoying the guy, but then like you got to make a point, so you're staying? And I feel like personally, I don't feel like I would have the gusto, we'll call it, to punch somebody's seat in front of me if they're doing something that I don't want, like. I feel like in that situation, like, you ask, and if they don't do it, like, you try to get this, like, the flight attendant to help, but if they can't help, like, what do you do then? But like, I want to go to like the whole annoying thing. So I feel like I would be the girl in that situation, and be like, I recline it, and if somebody behind me starts punching me, then I'm kind of like, well, screw you. Now I'm gonna just make my point. I'm not gonna do it. So I feel like I would be the girl in that situation.
Okay.
What about you?
Dun dun dun. I think I would take the girl side.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like the airplanes have that option to use it, and I want to say most of the time you could choose your seat or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in the last seat and we didn't choose a seat, I'm sorry, but like you can't recline. You shouldn't be punching somebody else. You asked them nicely if they don't do it, and like, oh well, but
Just get an
that's like,
earlier seat.
well, if it annoys you for them to recline, what makes you think? What solution would it be for you to punch their seat so it
Yeah.
hurts them, other than somebody recording you and making you go viral for not the right reason?
A world star.
Yeah, Ellen actually had it on her show,
Really?
and she also was like, amazed of how it was like a debate. That like how is this a debate? Like choosing
Yeah.
which side? I'm
Yeah.
like, he's
Yeah.
clearly punching. Like if somebody starts recording you, it's like you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, it's like it's just a social thing. Like, stop like punching this person's seat in front of you. It's really not that hard of a thing, but like at the same time you can understand like, yeah, you have limited space already, but she didn't make you sit there. Like,
Mhm.
it's your own fault kind of for not checking into the flight sooner or picking that spot. Like, you knew what was gonna happen. He
Mhm.
knew.
So for everybody picking your seat, make sure you don't get the very last seat. That
Yeah.
seat does not recline, and it might make you go viral.
Yeah. You do not want to end up as the question of the day on this podcast.
Yes. Ooh. What about what was Love Is Blind? Can we do a little quick
Oh,
recap of that? I think that'd be a good
yeah.
topic too. Cause I didn't know what was Love Is Blind. I was like, why are people talking about Love Is Blind?
Yeah, so for all of you that don't know, there is a new Netflix show that is called Love is Blind, and it's kind of a mix of The Bachelor or Bachelorette, as well as with, I guess, biggest comparison is the show. I forgot what like network it's on, but Married at First Sight. And so basically, the concept of Love is Blind is they have like 20 guys and 20 girls, and what they do is they have all these pods set up where essentially it's kind of like one-on-one conversational booths, but you can't see the other person, and so the guys never see the girls never see the guys, and it's all about connecting with people on an emotional level and not letting your judgments on how people look dictate what your thoughts are on these individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's trying to like just create that emotional connection first.
Right.
Um, and so what the whole concept is really after that these people are going in these rooms talking with one another, really getting to know, and then after you feel like you have a strong connection, the guy proposes. And so they propose without
My eyes
ever
just popped.
seeing yeah,
Yes.
without ever seeing the other individual. And the first time they see them is like, even when they're proposing, like they don't see one another. The guy goes, "Are you sitting down or are you standing up? We'll come
Uh-huh.
closer to the wall. Like, I'm now getting down on a knee and I am wanting you to marry me." And so then after that, like, and after they say yes or no or whatever, if they say yes, then they go outside, and then they like get to see each other for the first time, and then after that, like, a couple of days pass, and everybody else gets engaged or whatnot, and so then they go to like this kind of like a pre-honeymoon before they're married, and so
Mm-hmm.
then they get to hang out with each other and have those physical interactions, and then after that a couple of days, and they move in together, and then that's where we're at right now. Is they're like they moved in together, and the next set of episodes that are coming out are like the wedding ceremonies, and so they get from their initial uh, meeting for the very first time, like from their initial conversation on day one to the wedding is, I think it's like 36 days or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just an absurd amount of time, but that's what Love is Blind is, which is getting a lot of, I guess, funny comments because it's just a ridiculous concept.
Yeah. But I'm guessing it's doing very well because everybody loves love.
Everybody loves love.
Everybody loves love.
Hey.
I like how there was a customer that came in and was like, he always likes to joke around about his love life and whatnot. And he was like, Angel, love is a, like a unicorn. Everybody talks about it, but no one has ever seen it.
Oh, that's depressing.
I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Probably because the guy who always comes in talks about like crazy stories about his love life.
Yeah.
true, but I just go along with it and pretend they're true. Like apparently he's had a wife. He turned. Apparently he's bisexual. Then he had a girlfriend and a boyfriend, and then he just keeps going on with ridiculous stories. But he does have. Yeah, I don't know about his love life. But it was just so funny because he was like, "Yeah, love is like a unicorn. Everybody talks about it. Everybody wants to see it, but like nobody has ever seen it. It doesn't exist." I'm like, "Oh."
Oh man, that last part makes it even more difficult. Oh gosh.
Yeah, he was like, it doesn't exist. As you can tell, he was playing the mad person at this point.
Yeah.
It's funny. He's like a business owner around here. That's the funniest thing. He's probably just working. Yeah.
So you're gonna be talking to him about doing some visual stuff with your drone and stuff then probably.
Yeah. Like, yeah, a lot of video photos, probably drone, and um, Google reviews. Probably like, kind of like, yeah, be like the social media person of this town. I stopped doing it for some time for the store because I was focusing more on my personal page, and people were asked about them. Like, why aren't you posting any more videos? I'm like,
Hey, you want it.
yeah, like I didn't know people actually saw it. And it's like, yeah, we may not like it, like physically like it, but we watch it. We're like, how am I supposed to know this? So
Thanks.
yeah, and then somebody was like, yeah, you stopped doing it for a while, and like I shared it, and like 5 different families come because I shared it. I'm like, whoa,
Oh,
thank
that's actually pretty cool.
you. Yeah.
Look at that.
So even the guy was like, you might not get enough like shares or likes, but it does mean a lot. And plus, he was like, you're the only one that does it around here, and like it's sad, but it's so obvious that like that
Yeah.
happens. And then how much of an impact it does have. So I actually want to be like the go-to person of Urbana and Champaign, Illinois.
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully get like at least somewhat of a boost right before we open the store over there. To kind of
Hmm.
promote our business is by promoting other businesses, and then yeah, if they really need like Mexican food, they can come on by. If not,
Yeah.
they know a good place to eat or check out in town.
Yeah.
Especially over the summertime, there's not much to do in this college town. It's like West Lafayette type of stuff.
Yeah. Everything just kind of dies down.
Yep. Or
Yeah.
it picks up in the summer, but the students leave, so it's just the residents.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people go to Chicago, and yeah, there's not. It's a small town, especially compared to Chicago. It was Chicago's 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, question of the day: which
Is what
side
plane?
are you on? The guy side or the lady side?
Hmm.
I try not to put too much like detail about it because I feel like I know I'll be biased. Be like, do you want to be the guy punching the lady?
Yeah. Or the lady that's just being strong and independent. You choose. We won't judge.
So yeah, you guys decide, or the lady or the guy. Okay. Ah, sign us off, Sawyer.
Yeah. I mean, I would personally say that that was another great episode of Talkmen Tuesday. We couldn't have done it we couldn't have
Yeah.
done it without all of you guys listening in. And as always, don't forget to check us out on YouTube. We appreciate you all listening on the different podcast platforms. But if you want to see our pretty faces, check us out at Angel Corrado 2, all one word. And we would love to get your comments in the comment section with the question of the day. Leave a like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. But as always, we appreciate you taking the time to spend your day listening to us. And we can't wait to talk to you guys more on the next episode and talk about entertainment with two guys that don't know entertainment. But as all as always, enjoy the rest of your week. We are grateful for you, and we can't wait
Thank you.
to talk to you more soon.
Bye, guys.
Peace.